received word that Professor Fabius has returned from his Gore Magala search. We're to meet him at the Ice Shard Cliffs base camp. We should hurry.
All right, let's go.
Good, you're here. I've received...
Professor, that armor. Does that mean...
I have a report of my own to offer. I'll explain once everyone is assembled. Avis Unit, Astrum Unit, my apologies for keeping you waiting. Here are my findings. After investigating each region, I have determined this to be the territory of a Gore Magala. As evidence of that, we recently took this Woodward into our care, afflicted by the Frenzy virus.
It's unclear whether a Woodward's body is capable of weathering the virus. At this rate, he may not...
Furthermore, I've arrived at a theory. The Dragon Torch's excessive output, the lasting weather inclemency. I believe both of these phenomena stem from a single root cause, Gore Magala.
What? How? Wait, a virus? Interesting.
You're right. The dots are starting to line up.
Fascinating. It's true the virus exacerbates any violent tendencies in its host. Given that, it could be that this excessive energy output is a symptom, or perhaps an immune response.
Yes, yes. And if we're talking infection, that starts to clarify what we're dealing with. This is big. The torch is some kind of organic structure. The damn thing's alive!
My thoughts exactly. And as an organism, it may respond to treatment. I'm sure you follow, Eric?
The antiviral compound you describe in your thesis. We'll need a tissue sample from the infection vector.
You think the Dragon Torch will respond to medicine? And would that same cure work on Rove?
There's hope. If they do share the same affliction, a cure for Rove could perhaps be a cure for both. The first step in testing that is slaying that Gore Magala, to stop the virus's further spread. And to collect a tissue sample to derive a cure. Henceforth, that is our primary priority.
Understood. Then we'll hurry back to conduct any final analysis to be ready to treat the torch.
I'll keep a close eye on Rove's condition while examining the sample I took from him.
Good. Hunter, you'll join me in slaying this Gore Magala. I've sent my men out to scout its location. Speak to me as soon as you're prepared to depart.
I was given a message for you.
Are you ready to leave, Hunter? All right. Time is our enemy here as much as Gore Magala. Let's hurry to the rendezvous point. Look alive, men! Report!
Sir! We have yet to sight the target. But something is definitely here.
Form up!
I see why they call it frenzy.
There you are. Don't break it in! After it. It's spread this far. Follow it. You two are their shield. Go!
You've always protected us! Now, it's our turn! Now go!
Rex, calm.
Hurry!
Hang in there. That's an order! You! There's no escape!
take a quick break.
This must be its nest. Stay sharp. From here on out, it's do or die.
Right on target!
That should put a halt to the virus's spread.
You'll be able to compound the medicine here?
Yes. What I lack in facilities here is made up for by an excellent assistant. We'll see it done. Good. We'll continue to monitor him, but his condition has stabilized. A success, despite the circumstances. You did well with such limited resources, Eric.
I couldn't have done it without that tissue sample. Not to mention your thesis, sir. I just hope the Dragon Torch responds to it as well as our fuzzy friend.
The Avis unit should be delivering it now. We'll just have to put our faith in Werner and wait.
Amazing. Even I can see the change. Is it taking effect already?
Yes, but as much as I'd like to take the credit, the Wyvern milk is what's working most of the magic. If not for it amplifying the effects of the treatment, you'd never see it recover this fast.
That said, another Gore Magala could turn up at some point. Are you worried it might happen again?
It's a fair point, but I'm not too concerned. Especially if this thing has organic properties. I'd like to pick Eric's brain about this, but there's a chance it's developed antibodies now. And if the Wyvern milk magnifies that resistance too, it'd take a hell of a lot to break through it.
I'm not ready to be quite that optimistic. This thing is still a big unknown, and a threat. Regardless, Werner, continue your research here. I'll be monitoring the area closely as well.
Understood. We'll head outside then. The cycles should return to normal in each region, but I'd like to keep monitoring them. Not to mention wanting to speak with you. I believe it's about Arkfeld.
All right then.
Hey!
Got Wyvern milk's a bit
Wyvern milk?
probably fast. Join me for...
All right. I'll have a look once I've prepared.
Yo!
Ah, it's you. Sorry things are a bit chaotic here.
Did something happen?
One of the kids got hurt. Ran into a... what did you people call them? Rompopolo? Not sure if their numbers are up or what, but you see the things all over lately.
I see. If you're aware and avoiding them and people are still getting hurt, we may need to act.
Maybe. I guess if even the bone folk are having issues, the oil folk must have it even worse.
Right. And if they have begun to multiply, there could be other effects on the ecosystem here. Humans' coexistence with monsters is built on top of a more fragile balance than we like to think.
Huh. I'll take your word on that. I guess even in our work, a little slip leads to big problems. All right then. I'll leave it to you. Just be careful, Edward, yeah?
A preliminary investigation has confirmed Ida's report. The Rompopolo population has exploded. Normally, that increase would be met with a proportional rise in predator species.
But it seems like that hasn't been the case here. The local ecosystem may already be destabilizing.
Agreed. The situation requires some intervention, before life here becomes unsustainable. When you're ready, let's set out to winnow that Rompopolo population and secure the area.
Hey, hear me out a minute. We're in a real tight spot here.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. So the good news is that we've been getting more aurocalcite lately. It's better quality, too. But more crafting means more scrap. And with this much being made, we've had to, you know, dump it.
And that's a problem?
Stuff's been revered since ancient times. We don't mean any disrespect, just... we're also busy, yeah? I don't know if it's related, but now we have this walking boulder turning up outside town. There are reports that people are getting hurt, too. But it's not something that any of us can handle.
It's possible it's related. Some species of monster feed on ores and metals. The Guild will look into the matter. Please just give us some time.
There's things that eat metal? Yeesh. All right. We'll leave it to you. Just be careful.
Based on Dogard's account, it's likely a Gravios.
It wouldn't be strange to think that the excess aurocalcite could have drawn it in. And it seems there have previously been sightings around Azuz. You were authorized to hunt that Gravios before the damage spreads.
Oh!
Oh, it's you. sorry, but could I...
Is something bothering you?
There's word of troubling monsters in the oil well basin. 2 of them. We can't get to the mine. They tried looking for ways around them or other spots to dig, but it sounds like they had no luck. We've been making do with the materials we had on hand, but our stores are starting to run out. I'm worried some of the village hotheads will do something stupid. Crafting may be our life, but you need a life to craft. I'm not allowing any reckless planning. Help me stop them?
Of course. I'm happy to help you persuade them. I'd like to know how they are troubling, though. If a native familiar with the local monsters says they're unusually tough, they could be aberrant. If so, closing off the mines won't be enough. We'll deal with it before anyone gets hurt.
You don't mind? I mean, that would be a huge help if it really isn't any trouble.
Hunter, you've come at the perfect time. Forgive my forwardness, but might you help with the monsters newly come to Wounded Hollow? There are no prior reports of the species there. The people of Suja are also worried for travelers' safety. But sadly, I am unable to leave my post here. I would be very grateful if you looked in.
All right.
Thank you very. I'm certain.
Understood.
Or that remark. When facing multiple, however you choose to make use of it.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Of course. Then I shall leave you to it. Take care, and good hunting.
Hunter, a humble request for your...
We've received word of a Jarakan rampaging through the Wounded Hollow.
It is a matter I would gladly resolve myself, but my other responsibilities have not allowed it.
We have already asked so much of you, but I would be further still in your debt if you hunted them.
Understood.
Hearing that, I know the deed is as good as done. Then take care, and again, my apologies.
Oh, it's you, Hunter. My apologies.
You seem pretty on edge. Has something happened?
Monsters have been coming closer to the village lately, so I've been on alert.
Monsters here? Why would they suddenly come so close?
The Allharkin said some monsters at the Ice Shard Cliffs have been raging recently. They've chased the others off, and now we're seeing the results of that here.
I see. That's concerning.
If the need arises, we can fortify the gate and weather it. The Keepers, though.
Right. And considering the cause, this is a problem that could worsen before it gets better. Will you allow us to look into the matter?
Yes.
Oh. Ah, perfect. There's a matter I'm eager to ask your opinion on.
Go right ahead.
I am told many mysteries still remain about the ecology of the Guardians. For instance, do you think tempered Guardians could ever exist? Or a tempered Shewu?
Their desire to survive is no less fierce than for other monsters. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with their dynamic of eat or be eaten. Why? Have you seen something lately?
No, it was really just a momentary glimpse. Nothing certain. But it felt unlike other Shewu.
I've learned it's often better to listen to my gut. If it turns out you're wrong, no harm done. I'll have the guild look into it and deal with it if needed.
Thank you. That would be a big relief. Sorry to trouble you.
Oh, it's you. Something terrible has happened. Will you listen a moment?
What's wrong?
One of our number, Soshi, is missing. And the one witness's account is a bit unbelievable. They claim he was taken by Shewu. And from the midst of our village, no less.
A villager carried off by a monster? Has that happened here before?
Never. Perhaps by a guardian outside. But for one to enter the village is entirely
We'll take up the investigation from here. Please see that everyone stays alert while we look into it.
Thank you. And my apologies. But I fear this is a matter beyond our hands. Good luck.
I received report of Shewu attacking the village as well. It seems an unprecedented incident. We've prepped the scout flies with traces left in the village and some of Soshi's possessions.
All right. When I'm ready, we'll head out. We need to respond to the situation swiftly.
Agreed. We can't allow the village to come to any further harm. To say nothing of the missing man.
Right. We can only pray that he's still safe.
Hello there. And just in time. I have a little favor I'd like to ask you. Remember the Alpha Doshagama you hunted a fair while back? We've learned a lot from it, but I'm still a bit short on evidence to back my current theory. I'd love a little more data. I'm sorely tempted to go and collect it myself. But I admit it's outside of my capability.
That awareness is as surprising as it is welcome.
Anyway, I'd like you to capture a solitary specimen from the forest. One with no pack. Comparing that to the other Alpha should help to improve our understanding. I'm in no hurry, though. Feel free to take this on at your own leisure. I appreciate it.
you will make with the listenings. The forest has changed. Different from before. Strong, lush. The pink fur, too, grows strong and lush. Different from before. And so we make more dealings this day.
You're asking me to bring you more Congalala fur?
Your swiftly uptaking pleases me. The fluffy fur will please me more. Go!
Hail, Hunter. As two passengers on Fate's current, I'll not presume to say I awaited you, but well met. Know you of a beastly bird, red of hue and flame? I was given rare cause to flee on all four limbs.
The one possibility that leaps to mind is a Yeon Kutku. They're not native to this climate, though.
This one seemed the aberrant sort, though it's nary my place to judge after trading my forest for ruins.
Was there anything else you noticed? Anything that stuck out to you?
An ominous carriage. A bloodthirst fit to boil. The fiend nigh devoured me, pointy topper and all.
I think I understand. Probably. I suppose it'll serve as a clue. At least. Probably.
Selfish though it be, I'm not yet fain to part with life and limb. Too many ruins yet await me.
In any case...
What qualm might I...
I see. If it was a Yeon Kutku, that raises a few different concerns. The habitat is wrong, for one, and it's not a species known for the viciousness Rove described. I think this clearly merits investigation. We need to ensure Rove... I went ahead and took the liberty of registering a new quest. Best of luck.
Gotcha.